Today we're making Halloween ice cream cone cupcakes, themed like a brain, a Frankenstein, a bat, and a witch. Here we go. To make the cupcakes in a cone, you will need a 24-count mini cupcake pan, rainbow cake cups, your favorite cake mix, chocolate is preferable, half a cup of oil, 1 cup of water, and 3 eggs. Preheat your oven to 350 degrees. Add all your ingredients to a mixing bowl and mix until incorporated. Alright, so put your ice cream cones into a mini cupcake tin. Every time I see this recipe, every time I see instructions, people are always like, put them in a regular cupcake tin, and they fall over way too easily in the regular size. So remember, flat bottom cones, mini, and the box I had only came with 18. This recipe will make 24 of these, but I only have 18, so we're making 18. You're gonna fill each one about half to 2/3 full. Bake according to the cupcake baking instructions on your cake mix box. Mine took about 20 minutes. They're done. And I've got some extras. So first we're gonna make a bat. So I am using the brown cone cupcake. Okay, for the bat you're going to need some sort of brown cookie. I'm using fudge stripe, black and white icing gel, chocolate frosting, and 2 pink mini marshmallows, or you can use 1 cut in half. So I'm gonna frost this first with chocolate frosting. Alright, so I frosted it very flat and not pretty on purpose because it's supposed to be fur. And then right on the sides, I built it up a little bit more. You can kind of see, because that's where we're gonna place the wings. For the wings, I'm using fudge stripe cookies. Now normally I just use the normal fudge stripe cookies, which are actually lighter colored cookie on this side, and I used the chocolate side as the front, but we found these, so this is perfect. I just split them in 2, that's it. And they kind of split not perfect, which is good. Okay, so what I've done is, I was gonna put the eyes here, but I decided to use marshmallows for the eyes. So we're going with that, y'all. So I just piled up some extra frosting and made the ears, little bat ears. If you look, it actually kind of looks like an owl. So you can make an owl cupcake instead, because that would be adorable. And so these are pale pink mini marshmallows, because bats, a lot of times they'll have like that red looking eye, but I decided to go with black. So I put them on like a pale pink. So now we're gonna add the wings. All right, you guys, I am utilizing black and white sparkly gel to make the mouth. So it's just 2 white fangs and a black mouth. And your little vampire bat is complete. Now we're gonna make Frankenstein. You're going to need chocolate frosting, chocolate sprinkles, a cupcake in a green cone, icing gel, 2 green mini marshmallows, and 1 yellow mini marshmallow that you're actually gonna cut in half. All right, we are giving our Frankenstein cone kind of a flat top like that. He has more of a squared off head, so not quite squared off, but close enough. Then I'm gonna sprinkle chocolate sprinkles on top, just to give it a little bit of a hair texture. So I cut the marshmallow in half, and actually the inside part where you cut it is actually pretty sticky, but I would still use a little bit of frosting or the gel frosting to adhere it. I'm gonna place it on this wider part. It's going to be eyes. All right, so I put the half mini marshmallows on there and I smushed it down. And I used my black gel frosting, so it kind of smushed out around it, which actually makes it look really cool. Now what you're going to want to do is take this black gel and give them little pupils right in the middle. Frankenstein is coming together. I made his mouth kind of big and off kilter, and then I gave him some stitches, which are just a line with 2 little lines drawn through. Now you're going to add his bolts, which are going to be the green mini marshmallows right on the side here, and use frosting or the icing gel to adhere those. Like Again, another reason why the icing gel is awesome is because it smears out, which makes it look dirtier and I think better. There's your little Frankenstein. Okay, now we're gonna make our witch. For the witch, you're going to need 1 cookie. I'm using the dark chocolate fudge stripes cookies again. A Hershey Kisses, and this is gonna make your witch's hat. An ice cream cone in either the tan, like their normal color, or green. Purple sprinkles, red icing gel, and black icing gel. And oh, of course, chocolate frosting. Do a nice little heaping of frosting right on top of that. And then you're gonna take your cookie and you can either do it up or down. It really doesn't matter. Just smush that on there. Okay, now add a big old heaping of frosting right on top. You want extra because you actually want it to squish out. And then add your witch's, the brim of the hat. So now you got frosting squished out. And around that squished out frosting, take your purple sprinkles, or you could use any color. I'm using purple because I think it's fun, Halloween color. And I'm going to give the witch's hat a decorative little glitter around the rim of the hat. All right, so now you have your hat. Look at how cute that is. So here's my witch. I gave her a little red mouth. Then I used the icing gel to give her some hair. I don't recommend going all the way, I got frosting on my finger, sorry. I don't recommend going all the way around because it'd be too messy to hold, because icing gel never completely sets. It still stays a little tacky. But I just gave her a little front hair, and there you go. And she's got a little stylish hat. So there's your little witch cupcake. Okay, now we're gonna make the brain cupcake. So we're using these pink cupcake holders. Now I actually looked and found that where the cupcakes were raised higher, so it kind of peeks out over. In hindsight, I wish I had added, I should have thought of this, a little bit more batter to the pink one so that they would be higher up. So I would recommend doing that. You know, you're supposed to fill these about halfway. Do a little bit more in the pink so that they're higher up. But this one's pretty good. And then you want white piping, white frosting gel, and a white or pink marshmallow cut in 2. For this technique, let me show you a sample of one I've already done. You're just going to, remember a brain is 2 halves, so kind of think of that when you're making it. This was my test one, so it's not quite as good. But you just basically start making squiggly lines, and you want to make sure you leave some of the brown showing through the cupcake. And obviously, if you wanted to get really elaborate, you could make strawberry cupcakes in these so that it's pink, or even like a white cupcake mix so it's white, but I didn't want to make different ones, but you could. And so you're just going to make squiggly lines, and you're making a brain. So go with that. So I'm going to find this cupcake actually has kind of a natural divide in the middle. So what I do is I kind of just start by making like little squiggles like this, kind of all over. And I'll do several of those, and then I go back in and swirl on top. And I make sure to leave holes. And that ends up with a pretty good little brain pattern. Little tip for you, if you find that your frosting gel is running together too much and you're losing the definition in your brain, you can use the black frosting gel to create more. Alright, now that I've got my brain, I'm going to add a very surprised circle for a mouth down here. And I'm going to attach the marshmallow halves and give him a pupil so they look like a surprise, because I would probably be pretty surprised if my head was cut half open. And there you go. And for this one, I adhered the marshmallows with the white piping gel because I didn't want anything visible out. So this guy's pretty surprised right now with his brain. He's gonna go join his little surprise friend over here. There. What happened to you? So there we go. There are your brain cupcakes. Thank you guys so much for watching these spooky Halloween cupcake cones. Make sure you check out all of our Halloween and fall videos we have up as part of Hale-o-ween. There'll be a link below where you can catch more. And please subscribe and like this video if you enjoyed watching this, and also share it with your friends or on your Pinterest so that people can make their own little exposed brain Frankenstein bat and witch cupcake cones. Thanks for watching, guys. Until next time.